Hello, 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 hello. So Parker's stream was taken down. It was taken down for hate speech. I'd have to guess probably just because the guy said WLM, and it looked like he got banned before Parker did. So yeah, I just thought that I'd go live on here now. For everybody joining in, make sure that we are double tapping away on that phone screen and sharing out the stream with a handful of friends. Let's try to get up to where we were. If you're MAGA, hop in the queue, spam MAGA in the chat. We're just gonna hop right back into the debates. Nothing more that we really need to preface, and hopefully Parker will join up here shortly. I was really hoping that conversation could have played out because, like, quite honestly, I think that we were gonna get him super duper easily. So unfortunate that the conversation kind of played out, but hopefully we'll have some more conversations on here. So right now, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like everybody in the queue is not a Trump supporter. Like Liv, Pink Heart, and all of you guys really do not look like Trump supporters. So please, if you are in my guest request and you did not vote for Trump, please just respectfully leave at this time. But yeah, let's go and get our first guest of the night, Alexander.
Annoyed, dude. Like, why does TikTok do that every fucking time the live is doing good? Like, an hour into the live, dude. I get an hour, man.
Was that a guest
violation, bro? Like, what the fuck, dude? Why don't they just ban the guest, dude? Like, just ban the guest. TikTok, it's not fucking difficult. You already recognize it's a guest violation. Ban the guest. What the fuck are you banning me?
Yeah, for real. I hate the introduction of that ban. What's up? Did he vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
You did? All right. Now, why'd you do that?
Because I am really, if he goes ahead and runs, he can't run again after 2028. So might as well just get it over with.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Like it's a bad position. It's a really, really, really bad position. You're basically like, Trump's harmful to the country, so we want to put him in charge again. Can't do that, man. We're just gonna move on. Moving on to our next guest. All right, everybody, do just gotta give us a minute. We got our next guest, TJ, loading into the live, guys. For the 2.2 thousand people hanging out in the stream, start double tapping, start sharing, spam that comment section, engage with the live. It'll help us get sent out to more people, which is inevitably something we all need to do. What's up, TJ? Did you vote for Trump?
You already know.
Why's that?
I just think he's the greatest president in history.
Really? Was he better than Abraham Lincoln?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you know what Abraham Lincoln did?
He freed the slaves and they built the slums of Chicago. You know, you see what happens when, like, I'm not trying to be, racist or anything like that, but you see, like, when you let them free.
I just want to clarify. This is a very important clarifying question. Are you black?
I mean, clearly, but
okay. I'm
just giving my opinion.
So, do you think that slavery shouldn't have been ended?
Well, I think slavery should have been it, but not the Jim Crow laws. Because if you look at it, the father was in the house when the Jim Crow laws were a thing.
So, you think that racial segregation was good?
To a certain extent, not, because...
Okay, so let's talk
about it. I need a minute.
Yeah, you're good, Parker. You're good. You're good. So let's talk about that. So obviously, racial segregation was an infringement of basic fundamental human rights and led towards better practices as directed towards white individuals compared to black individuals, right? Because white individuals held the wealth, held the power, held the control, held the influence. So quote unquote white spaces were significantly better off with more money invested into them, better ran, etc., and better built for like the overall quality of life for white Americans compared to racially segregated quote unquote black spaces, right? Racially segregated quote-unquote black spaces typically did not have as many resources invested into them, as well as infrastructure built out for them, and were typically like quote-unquote like worse, right, which created worse living conditions. So why do you literally think that black people should have worse living conditions than white people in America because of their race?
Well, I was watching a lot of Jesse Lee Peterson, and I agree with a lot of his talking points. Why don't they just work hard? Because if you look at places like, for example, Chicago, the crime is out of the roof, and it's all done by black people. I'm not trying to be racist or anything.
No, it says
they literally destroyed that city.
So that's completely unilaterally false. And in fact, I'm just going to kick you. I can't even believe that. Like, but if you're curious why, you're fucking wrong. So first of all, right, the lower socioeconomic standard that you have, right, the higher the propensity is that statistically speaking, you'll commit a violent crime. And then second of all, although black people account for 13% of the population and 55% of like arrests, it is the case that they also account for 45% of exonerations after arrests, right? And if we count for exonerations, we don't see a drastically disproportionate crime stat, right? And then like further out on top of that, right, for you to make the argument that like black people are destructive, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and that's why they should be racially segregated, well, you'd have to justify like literal phrenology, literal race realism in order for your point to be held. Okay, are you a troll?
No, listen. I want to show you this. Wait, how turn my camera on?
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 19 right now, but I was trying to...
Okay, I don't even want to know what that is. Moving on to our next guest. Moving on to Harry. Dude, oh my god, crazy first guess. I absolutely understand why Parker just needs a minute.
Hello?
What's up, how old are you?
I'm 19.
19?
Yeah.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
What state did you vote from?
Washington, D.C.
Okay. Wow. That was like seriously like the worst fucking possible state that you could, or place you could choose, because DC's not a state.
No.
Like, wow. You just got unlucky. You just got like really unlucky. Like you could have really just said like any random state and you say like DC. Crazy. What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
And why's that?
Well, I'm 41, and from my life experience, from what I've went through.
You're 41? What year were you born in?
1983.
Okay. Wow, you don't
So-
sound 41.
But, well, I look young, and I sound young. But in my experience growing up, from seeing like the different presidencies and stuff like that, and what everything's went through, Trump has been a disruptor. So he's come in and he's kind of shaking things up. We're not going with like the regular same old politics, and you got the rich people that are controlling the politics and stuff like that. So you got some people that are coming in.
Hey, who's currently living in a guest room at Mar-a-Lago and is able to walk in on Trump's personal and private dinners whenever he wants, and was granted his own new department of our government, and has been backed by Trump, right, in his anti-Republican stances, such as pro-H-1B.
I'm not sure what you're talking about with that.
Elon
but-
Musk, the richest man alive.
So you think Elon Musk is controlling everything?
I think, well, it's an undeniable fact that Elon Musk is the second in command.
Well, why
Not
don't
the
you
first.
think that disruptors can get together and say, hey, you know what?
Well, I mean, you just said the disruption that
This
we
is-
need is to take rich people out of politics, but like apparently the disruption is supposed to be
but
the richest
also-
person in politics.
But
Can you
sometimes,
name
but listen to me for a second. So you got these rich people that have been in control for God knows how long. So somebody else comes in new and sees that what's going on. Okay, you can flick your eyes like whatever you're doing. But
Can you name a richer president that we've had apart from Donald Trump?
a richer president? No.
No, he's in fact the first billionaire to be our president. So when you say we need to take rich people out of politics,
And
there's never
also,
been a more wealthy.
here's the
One
thing.
moment, stop.
Nobody controls.
There's never been a more wealthy administration than the Trump administration. And we're not just looking at Trump and Elon. There's actually 11 other billionaires on his administration. Feel free to unmute your mic, man. Okay, I don't think you'll be able to figure out how to unmute his mic. So we'll go and get someone else up here in the meantime. All right, you guys, if you want to support me, my Venmo as well as my PayPal are both in my bio. I get all the proceeds on these platforms. And by the way, you could like attach a message. If you want to ask a question, I'm kind of like in a Q&A mood. So feel free to send in some questions on Venmo and PayPal and I'll answer them. It's also worth pointing out that I have another hour on live before I got to get off for the day, because here in an hour and a half, I'm actually going to the apartment that my lease is starting on to get all the measurements to kind of start determining what I need. What's up, Jeremiah? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
And why is that?
It was actually my first year ever voting. I could have voted like the last 2 elections, and I never did.
Okay, so why did you vote for Trump?
I did not look at a single policy of his. Literally, the only reason why I voted for him is because I wanted to see you and Parker and Destiny lose.
Okay, so you're chronically online and you've never touched grass. Like, listen, man, I'm not even gonna sit here and be like, oh, like you voted for him and here's all these bad things that are gonna happen. Because regardless of like the policy-oriented position of Donald Trump, right, the fact that like you will cast your vote via the civil and electoral processes of our country, all because you want to piss some kids off online, is crazy. And I'd say the same thing to someone that voted for Kamala Harris just because they want to see Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, etc. lose. You are chronically online and you are in dire need of touching some grass. And by the way, it's not only me that lost, you lost as well as every family member that you've ever loved, every person in the chat, and every other person / human existing in America today. Joy, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. Hands up, you're gonna leave, Walker. You're gonna leave. That's what you're doing. You're about to run away because you can't contend with my claims, right? Took your dignity, running away with it. It's gone. Try to get it back. You can't. You're silenced. You're gagged. Could I get a quick W, Dean? You said you voted for Trump to make me lose. You came up onto the live to make me win. No words. None. That was simple. See ya, Jeremiah. Dude, whenever I go to kick people, it always like makes me request to follow them. Don't accept my follow request. In fact, I want you to reject it. All right, moving on to our next guest here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in that queue, make sure that you voted for Trump. I definitely see a lot of people in the queue that I don't think voted for Trump, so I'm just going to go over the names of the people in the queue real quick, and please leave if you didn't vote for Trump. Vera, Mira, question marks, Leaf Eater, Pink Bouquet, Evil Dean, Faith, Dave May, Bian, Ant-Man, Abby, Zoe, Dot, Haley, The Nestor, Cold Edits, Fling, Liz, all of you guys, if you didn't vote for Trump, hop out of that queue, you guys. If you didn't vote for Trump, hop out of that queue. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest here. You guys, everybody, just do give us a minute here, y'all. What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Sorry, I don't know how I got here. I'm so sorry.
No worries, no worries, no worries. If you didn't vote for Trump, hop out of that queue. Super duper simple, super duper easy. If you didn't vote for Trump, hop out of that queue. Okay, all right. What's up, M? Did you vote for Trump?
Dana!
I should ban you. And in fact, you already are banned. Moving on. No mercy today, guys. No mercy today because of the transparency of how I only want people that voted for Trump to be in that queue. Absolutely zero mercy today. What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
I love Big Dick Mama.
Can you repeat that for me?
I love Big Dick Mama.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. My apologies for asking him to repeat that. God damn. Okay. That's on me. That's on me, guys. It's on me. It's on me.
Good afternoon, bro.
What's that?
Good afternoon.
Can you repeat that for me? Okay. You're making.
Good afternoon, I said.
Oh, good afternoon, man. What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes. How old are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm 20. How about you, man?
Okay.
What state did you vote out of?
California.
California. What time is it right now?
2 p.m.
Perfect. So why did you vote for Trump? And Macros, thank you for the $10 on PayPal. I do appreciate you for the love, Macros. Everybody do show some love to Macros.
W Macro. Yeah, I was saying that. I because I had no other choice.
Yeah, you did. Her name was Kamala Harris.
So you think she was a good choice?
Damn, for money gun, I think she was the best choice.
How do you think that? Like, she been in office for 4 years. What she accomplished that I missed out?
Well, yeah, she's actually the most accredited vice president in American history. She passed more tie-breaking votes in the Senate than any other VP that we've ever had. She worked specifically on the Inflation Reduction Act that was the biggest investment into renewable energy resources that our country's ever had, while also being deficit reducing over the long term. It's also the case that she worked alongside Biden on great achievements such as the PACT Act, the Infrastructure Bill, the Inflation Reduction Act that I already denoted.
Bro, I've been eating my furniture. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's that?
I've been eating my furniture. I don't know what you're talking about. What I mean is I'm in a city that I have to sell my furniture to stay alive. You understand what I mean? I don't. Yeah. So he's been there for 4 years. She's been there 4 years, and I've been eating my furniture. What you talking about, son?
I don't think that's Kamala Harris's fault. I'm pretty sure that that's a user error.
That's a user error. Okay.
Yeah. What's up, Dot? Did you vote for Trump?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
19.
Why are you lying? Okay. All right. Honestly, I think we may just call it with debates for the day. Maybe like do Q&A or something. I don't know.
Hello.
What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
I did it because of our Mashed Muslim group. We sadly decided in unison to vote for Trump.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is Trump good for Muslim individuals in the Middle East?
Muslim individuals in the Middle East,
particularly in Palestine?
Particularly in Palestine, no.
So, what reasons did you vote for Trump? Like, what about his policy or character or impact on America or the world as a whole?
Character. I can go into policy, sir. I can go into policy.
Yeah.
So I did support. Granted, I'm 19, so back when he was in office, I was far too young. But I did like the child credit, which Harris also did have. I did like how the Jobs and Acts, even though it has proportionately helped the upper class, it also helped the middle class. I did like increases in energy.
If Trump wanted to discriminate and religiously persecute Muslims, all right, by banning all new entry from Muslim individuals into America, would you still have voted for him?
This time around, probably not. No.
I can't hear you. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Give me a second. I can't hear you. Okay, we're back. Repeat everything you just said.
This time around, no, that would be a no.
Okay, so yeah, in 2015, Donald Trump called for a total complete shutdown of all new Muslims coming into our country.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I disagree with that. But the main cause of why I didn't want to vote for Miss Harris this time around was because during when she was vice president, even though she was not directly responsible for the mass tragedies, she was still a part of that administration. But of course,
mass tragedies in Palestine?
Yes, sadly.
Okay, yeah, no, the administration was bad for Palestine. They were incredibly too lenient on Israel. They continue to give them funding, even though they use that funding to kill more innocent Palestinians. Donald Trump wants to support Israel more than Kamala Harris, okay? Although Kamala Harris did these things, right, she still called for a ceasefire agreement and wanted to place an arms embargo on Israel, even though it was too late. Donald Trump, on the other hand, actually said that we should send them more money and more weapons over the course of the last 4 years, and now he said that he wants to revoke all humanitarian aid for Palestine, and he wants Israel to finish what they started, which Israel self-describes as the eradication of Palestine to achieve the greater Israel, that including 7 neighboring Arab countries. So objectively speaking, Donald Trump is worse for the living conditions of Palestinians.
Okay, the Palestinians. Can we go back to the arms embargo that Harris proposed? You said before your start of your point that Harris pleaded for arms embargo.
It's not too relevant, but what do you want to add about it?
No, I was just wondering your source on that. I was just wondering that.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why don't I just give you the announcement from the White House?
Yes, that would. I can look that up too if I need to.
Yeah, if you just look up Biden Harris Israel arms embargo, let's see.
Wasn't there a red line that they have repeated, but they've not once crossed? They haven't done anything about.
Like I'm not aware of it, but probably. Like I don't think that you like understand my position because I feel like you're probably used to people within the Democrat Party just like lying and not realizing the reality that being that the Democrat Party has been bad for Palestine, right? But that's not what I'm doing, dude. And like you need to realize that. All that I'm saying is that Trump is objectively worse for Palestine. Do you understand that?
Sir, I'm simply ambassador for my group. My personal beliefs is on this matter. I'm trying to help my fellow Muslim friends, which their English is not exactly as good as mine.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Because they voted for MAGA.
Trump is worse. Trump is worse for Palestine than Kamala Harris.
Yes.
So why would you want to vote for Trump over Kamala Harris if Trump is worse for Palestine than Kamala Harris?
I did a ethical vote, but again, I'm an ambassador for my Muslim debate club that I started last year, so that's why.
Okay, I don't think this conversation's going anywhere. All right. I don't know what Parker's doing. I bet his account's probably unbanned. I bet he'll go live and do debates soon. Feel free to text me about that. I'm kind of done for the day, though. I'm thinking that we'd kind of just take some time with your Q&A. So if you want to ask me a question, feel free to ask me a question in the chat, y'all. If you want your question definitely answered, feel free to ask it on the Venmo in my bio. It's also in the link tree. Please don't ask questions on PayPal. It's significantly easier for me to read them on Venmo. Let's see. What am I doing today? So, yeah, we had to do some live, of course, right? Because we had to do some debates and whatnot. But later today, so here in exactly 1 hour and 20 minutes, I have to show up to the apartment that I am renting beginning on January 23rd to just kind of get some measurements, see what I want to do, etc. But, you know, then I have to start compiling a list of everything I need. And so it's the first time that I'll be like fully furnishing an apartment. It's going to be interesting, but it's definitely going to be worth it in the long term. So I have to get like washing machine and dryer, right? Whole setup for like the living room, whole setup for the kitchen, furnish like a room and a studio. But I'm actually kind of excited too, because like not only will I like use these things for the rest of my life, but specifically for all like the money that will go into setting up the studio, you know, I'll be able to write that off of my year-end taxes, so that'll be nice. I'm really looking forward to it.
What's up? Yeah, I'm down with the just do Q&A type thing. Honestly, like I'm really irritated with TikTok right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yo, Lily, thank you for the $3 on Venmo saying that my car got totaled and looking for a new one. Any suggestions? Actually, yeah, I have a good suggestion. Depending on what your budget is, you could actually find like a pretty good Volkswagen Jetta for like a couple $1,000s from like 2015 through 2016. And they're very good, reliable, and nice looking and well-performing vehicles, especially for the price. Corey, thank you for the $2 on Venmo saying, did I go to the mall yesterday? I sure did go to the mall yesterday, and guess what? It was a no-show. Russell, thank you for the 50 cents on Venmo saying, sorry the donation isn't more. Don't worry about it, man. Don't apologize for that. But happy New Year to you. What you and Parker were teaching regarding Black Americans really touched me. Well, Russell, I really appreciate that. And thank you for the love, man. Let's see here. Banned. That's right. We're banning people. Have I watched Squid Game? I have not. I have not. Dean, where did I get my shirt? My girlfriend's closet. I just needed something to put on, and I stayed the night at her house. So, where am I, bro? I'm currently in a garage. New Year plans. I think that me and the girlfriend
make
are
me
just
bigger?
Yeah. I think that me and the girlfriend are getting a hotel room tonight. Super like last minute plan, but I think one of her mom's friends that's a airplane attendant stays in a lot of hotels, and she had like points racked up, and like now's the last day of the year to spend them. So she's like, hey, what if I just get like my friend's daughter and her boyfriend a hotel room for the night? So that'll be fun.
Real question, Dean. If you had to pick a house, which one?
Squidward's plays solos. Come on.
Dude, really? You wouldn't pick the pineapple?
No, Squidward's play solos. Let's go. Neff,
What about Patrick's? Patrick's actually is really big, and he just doesn't show it.
It's never. Wait, they do show it. It's never been depicted as big.
No, dude. There was like. Yes, it has. Here.
Never.
Look up Patrick's hidden house.
All right, buddy. Neff, thank you for the $10 on Venmo saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Neff! I really appreciate you for that donation. That is very kind of you. Thank you for the love.
Sorry, I have this guy like...
Thoughts on Jimmy Carter? Yo, rip to the G, bro. Let's get real. Let's get real, guys.
I don't know my favorite SpongeBob episode. Thank you for the $3, though. Thank you so much.
Jimmy Carter was a really good
It'd be
guy.
hard to think about.
And honestly, he wasn't even that terrible.
Jasmine, I'm in.
But I mean, he had some failures with his appointees to his admin. Definitely some big failures in Iran. But apart from that, not a terrible president, but definitely like one of the best humanitarians we've ever had. And he's definitely a representative of what a true Christian should be. So, let's see here. Blair, thank you for the 50 cents on Venmo. Think about going into politics. That's awesome, Blair. Ops on Luigi. Yeah, I don't support the death penalty. I think killing people is bad, even if the people have done bad things. However, like while what Luigi did has generated a lot of negative consequences, I'll finish my position later.
Hold up. You see this?
Is that Patrick's house?
Yeah, in this one episode.
Damn, okay, I'd live in that.
King.
I'd live on that. Let's go. I like it. Yeah, I'd choose that. But then, like, although, like, I think that there's a lot of bad consequences generated by what Luigi did, right? Such as, like, the death of Brian Thompson, like, the grieving family members, his wife and kids, his loved ones, etc. I also do think that there was like a lot of really good consequences generated by what he did. It's like inspired more people, right, on like the national scale to talk about the healthcare system, talk about what we should be doing to fix and revise it, higher levels of class consciousness. I think that there's been a lot of very positive outcomes generated by what Luigi did, right? But like that doesn't mean that we should ignore the negative ones. Macros, thank you for the $5 in Venmo, saying hi Dean, Happy New Year. Just wanted to know whether you talk about Trump's environmental policies or if other influencers focus on that. Does he have any environmental policies? I don't really think he thinks that human-caused climate change exists. Will you guys do the
How'd you meet your girlfriend? I met my girlfriend through Hinge.
Based? Do I think Luigi's guilty? I actually think that there's a good argument to be made that he's not. Is that crazy? I think one could...
Okay, you need to clarify what you're saying there, Dean. What you're saying there is that you don't know if he's the one who shot Brian Thompson, is what you're questioning?
Yeah, I think that it's... I mean,
all of the evidence was on him. All of the evidence was on him, bro.
But you haven't seen, right, the side-to-side pictures, right, of like the shooter in the Starbucks and the shooter in the back of the taxi compared to Luigi, right? There's a very obvious distinction.
I won't dispute that. Like, there could be small differences that you might see, but like, can you explain why he had all of the? Are you saying it was planted?
Well, and I think that could be granted some evidence. There's some evidence that we could be granted that hypothesis, because didn't he leave the backpack full of Monopoly money in Central Park, but then somehow he had that same backpack on in Pennsylvania?
I think that would probably be different backpacks. I'm not quite sure though.
And it's like, why would he have like the gun, the fake ID? Why would he have all these things just like with like a manifesto with him in Pennsylvania? Like I feel like if he wrote a manifesto about it,
Also, by the way, you can get rid of one
guilty?
backpack and then get the other. You just take the contents out of one backpack and you put it into another one.
I guess like my question would be, why would he write a manifesto and have that with him and then plead like not guilty?
Why would he plead not guilty after? Well, I mean, I think the way that you plead not guilty. Well, I mean, if you were smart in that circumstance, you would utilize the fact that you have broad public support, right, to sort of argue down at least, so that like it's based on like what the jury says rather than what like people who are in authority positions are saying, because you're trying to really pull like a class divide in order to be able to like reduce your sentencing, and you want to base that upon like what a jury says rather than what the judge would say.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that I guess what I would more so say is that I think Luigi getting off, right, as not guilty is pretty possible. I think that it's pretty possible that Luigi will get off. But actually, Parker, do you think that if Luigi's guilty that he should go to jail?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so. Me too. But like, it is cool to see.
But like I also believe that like, you know, the people who are doing all this shit with like the healthcare, right, should be put in prison as well.
Yeah. I really like to see like
that leads to people dying. 40 to 60, I need to just say this, 40 to 68,000 Americans die every single year due to lack of health insurance. Just that in of itself. That is a fucking moral atrocity. The fact that happens every single year in this country.
Mm-hmm. And like, I just love to see, I guess, like the positive conversations that have been generated, right, in our country, right, about issues with the healthcare system. And I could understand how like a lot of people can confuse the positive outcomes of those conversations with the action of literally like killing Brian as positive. But like, of course, I reject that conclusion. But like, you know, it's definitely like interesting. It's just very interesting. How did I meet my girlfriend? What was it? Sophomore year of high school, many years ago. We had some mutual friends. I was on the FaceTime with my buddy and his girlfriend. I was like, oh, yeah, no, this girl is cute. And then my buddy's girlfriend then called that girl, as they were best friend at the time, unbeknownst to myself. And she was like, yo, this Dean guy thinks that you're cute. And was like, yo, we got to all hang out. And then on the phone, she was like, nope. So I actually got rejected by her at start. But then we hung out, and then the rest is history. So Taylor, thank you for the $1 of Venmo. It's actually funny. The reason why she rejected me in the first place is because my first girlfriend, right, when I was like literally like 13, was my current girlfriend best friend. So when I was like 13, I dated like, let's just say girl number 2. I don't want to share names. And then we break up, and like 2 years later, find out about my current girlfriend. I didn't even know that they were friends. And then that's why she originally had rejected me, but the rest is history. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Chat.
Russell, thank you so much for the 50 cents. So what is your thoughts on Trump reposting his True Social, reposting on his True Social that he wants to use his presidency to jail E. Jean Carroll?
What?
See, that's actually insane.
No fucking way. Are you joking?
Disgusting.
Are you joking? Is this real? No,
that's what they said. I'd have to look on True Social to see. Zuzu, thank you for the $1 for Happy New Year. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you so much, Zuzu. I appreciate it. Devin, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much for I find it wild that it just turned off. I find it wild that people aren't that people that aren't doctors are legally allowed to deny medical treatment. True. Cheyenne, thank you so much. I appreciate the $1. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What color are your eyes? Hazel. They're hazel. So yeah, depending on the level of light, change in your perception. If I go closer, you can see how they're like more greenish. But like if I back away, they look more brownish.
Okay. Yeah.
Or if they're not in light.
So Donald Trump reposted something on Truth Social that said, should a woman go to jail for falsely accusing a man of rape? Read Truth if you want justice for Trump. And then it was a picture of E. Jean Carroll.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. That is outrageous.
He should go to jail. I like how they're more likely to say that she should go to jail because they're assumed defamation on their side. They're assuming that she's defaming him, right? With no evidence on his side, by the way. 0 evidence. So she's guilty until proven innocent. But Donald Trump is innocent until proven guilty. And even if he is proven guilty, that proof wasn't actually legitimate proof. It was just, corporate propaganda, establishment propaganda against Donald Trump because they're trying to steal the country away from making it better. Like, it's like actually insane. It's like delusional level conspiracy.
Reminds me a lot of that one movie, Idiocracy. And it's funny because that movie was made like 25 years ago.
Brianna, I have literally no clue what music you should use for the edit. I have no clue. Peyton, thank you so much for the $1. I don't know if I will be doing... there's a lot of time I can do debates, but I just today has been a lot. I just dude, it really annoys me to get banned in that way.
Yo, Andrew asked you for a deposit of $750, which he'll give back post-debate. So,
I'm not giving him $750, dude. What a fucking delusional maniac. What a fucking maniac. What an absolute maniac. Dude, let me see. Where did he say that?
Twitter.
Oh, wait. What about the 10th? Oh, I asked him, he said this. He said, all right, so when is the 2v1 with Parker? Somebody tag him. I said, you are insufferable to debate, but I will if I get a 2v1 versus me versus you, Brian from whatever, and Brian from whatever. How about the 5th at noon Pacific time? He changes the date to the 10th, and then he also needs a deposit of $750. Go fuck yourself. I am not giving him a deposit of $750. Literally said back, go fuck yourself, dude. I literally said conditions, dude. Like, what is that? What is that weird shit, bro? What? What is that? That's so fucking weird. Asking for a deposit is insane, bro. Again, when we can do this online and he superimposes that it should be in person, and then he's like, because it's in person, right, I need you to give me a $750 deposit and
no,
also
dude,
change the day. Like, what?
He's insufferable. Andrew is not worth it, man. I spent 26 minutes last night trying to get him to answer one
question. I watched that today, dude. You were asking him to answer one question. He the entire time did not answer it, bro.
For real.
And then they posted on Twitter. It got 140K views saying that you were running.
Yeah, if there's anybody in the chat that thinks that Andrew beat me in the debate that we had yesterday, please put a me, right? So I could just bring you up and fucking railroad you. Like, please, bro. Luckily, it doesn't look like there's that many people in here.
Literally, that's like actually laughable, bro. Fucking weirdo, dude.
Oh man, I'm happy to get out of this garage. I'm not gonna lie, I got like another 24 days in here. I'm gonna go a little bit fucking crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. It's like, it's so cold, but then when I turn the space heater on, sometimes it just gets a little bit too hot. Very uncomfortable chair. Dude, and then like all of my things for like my mic and my laptop, etc., are sitting like on this like fucking ironing board over here. I'm gonna go nuts. But like I've been enjoying just like the space in general. Like I actually haven't had like my own space separate from others to do my lives out of without having to worry about noise like ever. Because when I first started doing these live streams, I lived in a dorm, then I moved into an apartment with 2 of my friends, and then I was at my mom's house and my brother's house. So like regardless of where I was at, there's always other people around that I had to be like conscious of with how loud I was. But like now that like I am doing the lives out of this garage, I don't have to think about that at all, which is like pretty nice.
Would you trust a fucking weirdo Christo fascist to literally like give you $750 on top of the $750 you give them? That's actually like insane, bro. I am not gonna give him $750. That's so fucking insane. That is so insane. If he wants $750 from me, how about he gives me back $10K, bro? If you want to add ridiculous fucking conditions, if I give you $750, you have to give me back $10K, Andrew. Let me actually set that condition.
No, join up. I think that Noah.
You guys are trolls. You guys are not real. All you do is just fucking do the same thing over and over again. Trolls.
Trolls. That's not what I wanted you to say. You said that Parker is scared.
That's all I gotta say.
Don't leave.
Yeah, make that money, bro.
Stand behind what you said in the comments.
I ain't hating at all. Just make that money. Do what you're doing. Cool.
No, stand behind what you said in the comment section. You said that Parker was scared.
Hey, just debate him. Debate Andrew Wilson.
Tell him to give me back 10K. Tell him to give me back 10K.
All right.
I'll give him $750 as a deposit if he gives me back 10 grand.
Hey, that'd be cool if he gives it 10K, dude. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Since we're just setting crazy conditions because he wants to give me me to give him a $750 deposit, right? Yeah, he can give me back 10 grand, bro.
No, don't you think that's kind of like lunacy? Isn't that kind of crazy?
No, it's just entertainment, to be honest.
Telling me I need to put down a $750 deposit to debate him when he insists on it being in person when I can just do it with him online is like actually bonkers, bro.
Yeah. You guys got to deal with that, like tell him,
do it. Dean literally yesterday did a debate with him for 24 minutes, asked him one question and he couldn't answer the entire time. He asked him why is promiscuity wrong, and the entire time he was asking him fucking random ass questions. Random ass questions, like what every fucking word he was saying meant. Right? I could run the same thing on him. It's just it's delusional.
He was asking questions within questions, and you're like. So you're saying like he was like tasting your own medicine because you guys do the same thing to people and
taste of our own medicine. That's hilarious. Have you seen him on it like debate OnlyFans girls on Brian's podcast? It's actually delusional shit, dude.
He's just matching the energy. That's what he says.
That's not matching energy, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy though.
And also, it's not justified to match energy from a Christian perspective. You fucking idiot. It's literally not justified to do that.
William, what do you want?
I don't have I'm not here to troll. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions, Dean, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten this out of my mind just thinking about like you and your brother and the issues that you're going through, and I definitely do feel
you're my biggest fan.
And I do feel for you with that, because that sucks when a family breaks up. That's why I didn't really like hearing like people are like, oh, disconnect with your family members that voted, on the other ticket and all that stuff, But what I wanted to say was that's your brother's house, right? That's his home. He's on the lease or he owns it or whatever, right? And he was.
It was, yeah, so while I was staying there, in the eyes of the law, it would have been both of our houses, but, like, now...
He signed the lease, so it's in his name.
Yeah, Liam, respectfully, why the fuck are you trying to debate Dean on this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not debating Dean on this, bro.
Why would you even ask him these questions? Why does he have to tell you?
Bro.
Liam, why do you even have a point on this? This is a family circumstance he was describing to the live because it affects his live.
I have a point, dude.
In the eyes of the law, it was just as much his property as it was mine.
Sure, yeah, that wasn't my point. I just got railroaded by Parker there. But anyway,
yeah, because you're asking about things that are fucking stupid to ask him about.
Dude, you put this out there. You put this out online for everyone to see. I'm asking a couple questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine if you ask a question.
So, my question is, you have some heated debates. You're not the most quiet guy. We know how shitty places are insulated and stuff. Were there times when your brother was like, texted you, pounded on the door, on the wall, something like, dude,
Trying to pay for the $3 of it.
I don't want to fucking hear this conversation, your debates online anymore. Be honest with me. Was there ever issues where he was like, I don't want to hear this anymore, dude?
Yeah, there's still a process.
Why are
specifically
you
to evict
interrupting?
Someone. One, and two, why the
Back up,
fuck is that
Dancer.
your
Why
business?
are you interrupting?
Liam, why is that your business? Why are you
Because
asking
he
him
put
about
the
this?
video
at
out
all?
there online. I'm asking him a question.
So
He
yeah,
said
because he has to describe.
He said he
By
would
the way, he
engage.
has to describe to people
Dude,
that he's going to be
pull your lip
online.
over your head and
Why
swallow,
specifically?
okay?
I am. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up,
okay,
Liam.
little guy. I'll do that for you.
Yeah, good boy.
Go
Fucking
outside.
weirdo.
Go
You
outside and
absolute
get a
weirdo.
tan, bro.
Shut up. Go do a fucking live with me,
Shut
Harry, and
up,
Chris on your
bro.
background because
Shut
you're
up,
obsessed
bro.
with us.
Why
Go
don't
do-
you
go do
just-
it.
Why don't you speak to me the way you'd speak to me if you were standing in front of my face?
I am. You
No, you're
fucking
not.
weirdo.
In person.
You absolute fucking
In
weirdo.
person, dude.
Yes, I am talking to you like I would talk to you in
absolute
person.
fucking weirdo. Get out of your
Yeah,
feelings. dude.
turn your camera on so I can say it to your face.
No, that's
Turn
not.
your camera. I want to see your face when I'm saying
That's
it to
not
you.
physically in person, dude.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know,
you want
because you're a
physically in
fucking
person?
keyboard warrior.
I'm a keyboard warrior.
I didn't
Liam, you
come
go
up here
on
to-
live calling
I
us
didn't come up here to
betas.
talk to you, dude. I wasn't asking you a question.
does
Why
Liam
am
wanna-
Well,
I,
too bad.
does
You are
Liam-
talking to me, Liam. You fucking
why am I
weirdo.
arguing with
Does
you?
Liam want to
Parker?
meet up with you in person, and is he asking you to
Yeah.
call him weirdo to his face? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna offer you the same thing that I offered to the last person that no-showed yesterday. Mesa Mall, Grand Junction, Colorado. You name the day. Anytime after 5:30, I'll meet up with you in person, and I'll call you a weird bitch to your face. Are you gonna take me up?
I'll
on that?
literally record myself doing it, Liam. You're a fucking weirdo.
You guys are fucking full of shit, man.
You go live
You know,
calling
so
me
wait a
and my
minute.
friends betas
Why
because you're
did you
so
not? I
obsessed with
asked.
us.
Listen, I asked a decent question. Why did you not engage with it at all?
Dude, you're talking about specifically like why he got kicked out of
This
his
is
brother's house
not
instead
your
of acknowledging
issue,
that it's
Parker.
a circumstance. Hey,
Shut
Liam,
the fuck up.
I know you have zero emotional intelligence, but you have to acknowledge that in circumstances like this, you don't ask these specific questions to people when it is the case that it references a family type event. The only reason he told people what was going on specifically is that he could inform them why he's in a fucking garage. Because people will come up and talk to him all the time because people look into his daily life because he's on the fucking internet. So no matter how much you want to say, right? Oh, he's the one who brought it to the public life. No, it was going to be brought to the public life, and he was bringing it up so that he didn't have to fucking explain it further in ways in which would be even worse, like this, where you're fucking asking him all these invasive ass questions because you're a fucking weirdo on the internet that wants to know everything about him and is obsessed with him. Yeah,
I
you're fucking
understand that
weird.
Why am I a weirdo, dude?
I understand that.
You go on live calling us betas with us on the background. Us four.
You are a beta.
For how many fucking hours every day?
I
You're a
understand
beta
that the
male.
question that he's asking is like incredibly like personal and invasive, right? And like Parker's just objectively correct. That doesn't make you a fucking weirdo and incredibly unhealthy. But like I'll still like choose, right? Not because I have to, not because I should, but rather because I want to, right? Answer your question. So if you're curious, yeah, I mean like there were always conversations like about like at what points I could be loud, at what points I wouldn't could be loud, what like decibel level is appropriate for the living space, and like all of those conversations were met with like civility and like respectability, and it never purported a huge issue, right? Because we were both transparent with one another about what we wanted, what we needed, and how we could like co-live with one another. And yeah, that's a pretty accurate description of an answer to your question.
By the way, Sid wants you to read their Venmo, and then Zuzu, thank you for the $1.50. Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Sacred, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Of course.
Dude, listen, so I didn't come up here to point the finger and troll and say something about how awesome your brother is and all this stuff. My point is, I know that when there's a broken family, I know that it sucks. I have shit like that going on with two of my brothers as well in my life, okay? So believe it or not, I'm one of four brothers, two of which I don't see eye to eye with. You know, it's kind of like 2 and 2, whatever. That's a whole other story. Doesn't matter.
Liam, you would never ask you invasive questions.
But it's not invasive, dude. Okay, listen to me. Listen. all I wanted to know is if there was an issue, like, because it's out there on where maybe the issue lied. Okay, like, was it an issue like noise levels? And you just kind of spoke on that, where it was a little bit of an issue there. So I think it was a great question. You gave me
because an issue exists does not imply that that's the issue or the reason that led to the specific eviction.
Parker, I realize that this is your friend and you're defending him, and there's no issue with that. But you have to be able to let someone speak, dude.
Liam, I let people speak all the time. You do not deserve to be let speak. Sorry. Okay, Liam, like that's I'm just totally honest with you. You do not deserve to speak in that type of circumstance when you engage in such dumb fucking bullshit that is easily explainable if you have 2 fucking brain cells that are working in the context of your dome. That's it. That's literally all we're asking for. I explained it to you. You can't take into account what I said to you. You completely